It's the state's understanding that parents are in agreement to confirm arrears on this case and release all arrears owed to Ms. McCarty. The state is actually looking, Your Honor, at doing so as of February 28th of 2023, given that each parent's waiver of service was on file prior to that date.
All right.
That would make the amount of child support arrears $311,160.66.
311,000. What was that again? I'm sorry.
311,160.
Okay.
And then 66 cents.
66. Okay.
And Ms. McCarty, excuse me, would be wanting to release that full amount, to which the state has no objection. On February 28th of 2023, the medical support arrearage was $56,014.43. The state has no objection to Ms. McCarty releasing $36,184.09, which would leave a judgment amount, Your Honor, of $19,830.34. Your Honor, testimony will show that Mr. Gott's only source of income is SSI in the $800 range. Additionally, he still sends money to his emancipated children. And so the state is just seeking an appropriate repayment amount to begin May 1st. And then per policy, Your Honor, it's the state's understanding you would be waiving costs due to that being Mr. Gott's only source of income.
All right. Yes, that's the norm. No problem. Today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, so help you.
I do.
I do.
The state calls Amanda McCarty. Ma'am, what is your full name?
Amanda Jane McCarty.
Who are the children in this case?
Lindsay Beth Gott and Tanner Lee Gott.
How are you related to them?
I'm their mother.
Is it correct, ma'am, that your two children were no longer under 18 or in high school as of July of 2021?
That's correct.
Were you able to hear my opening statement to the court, ma'am?
Yes.
And was that your understanding of the issues we were going forward on today and the relief you were seeking?
Yes.
Based on your prior order, ma'am, the final divorce decree from 2006, Mr. Gott was ordered to pay support in this case, correct? Would you mind repeating, ma'am?
That's correct.
Thank you. And all of his payments were supposed to come through the state's disbursement unit. Was that your understanding?
Yes.
At this time, Your Honor, state offers into evidence State's Exhibit 1, the financial activity report in this case.
All right, folks, this is a thick one, but this is the financial activity report in your case. It shows what monies have been paid and not through the State Dispersement Unit. Is there any objection to court having this information, Ms. McCarty?
No, sir.
Okay. Any objection, Mr. Gott?
No, sir.
All right, stage one's admitted. You may proceed, Ms. Mongat.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. McCarty, according to that financial activity report, is it your understanding that as of February 28th, 2023, Mr. Gott owed child support arrears in the amount of $311,160.66?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it correct today, ma'am, that you are wanting to release that entire amount?
Yes.
And so that would leave his child support arrears balance as $0?
Yes.
On that same date, ma'am, is it your understanding that he owed $56,014.43 on medical support arrears?
Yes.
And ma'am, you understand that the state can only agree to your release of $36,184.09?
Yes, I understand.
And so that would leave the medical support arrears balance, of $19,830.34?
Yes.
And ma'am, do you have any preference as to what repayment is set at towards that $19,830.34?
I do not personally. I believe he will, since he is only on SSI income.
Was there anything else, ma'am, you wanted the court to consider at this time?
No, ma'am. That's it.
And actually, ma'am, are you doing this release of those arrears freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You've not been promised anything in return for such release?
No.
And there have been no threats of any kind to force you to do so?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, I pass this witness.
All right, ma'am, I'll be back in just a moment. You're calling your next witness, Ms. Mongat. Thank you.
The state calls Keith Gott. Sir, what is your full name?
Keith Lee Gott,
How are you related to the two children in this case?
father.
And sir, is it correct that under the final decree of divorce, you were the person ordered to pay support in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, those payments of yours were supposed to come through the State Dispersement Unit?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, are you in agreement with the amounts of arrears shown on the state's payment history as of February 28th of 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to hear Ms. McCarty's testimony, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any problem with her releasing all of the arrears that she is able to do so?
No, ma'am.
And sir, you understand that there would be a remainder medical support judgment of $19,830.34.
I do. Yes, ma'am.
And sir, do you have any preference as to what repayment amount is set in your case?
Is this when I would tell you what I told you before about? I
Yes,
still
sir.
help
Any
my, I still
information
help
you
my
believe.
kids. I still help my kids. I I send their mom 300 for insurance and living and then I still help them also with about 300 a month. So it leaves me around 200 and some change a month. So just taking that in consideration, I just don't want, I hope the amount's not more where it takes away from my kids till we get them on their feet.
And sir, is it correct that the SSI is your only source of income?
That is correct.
Was there anything else, Mr. Gott, you wanted the court to consider at this time?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, I pass this witness and the state rests.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Mr. Gott, I understand the circumstances. I wish you had more money coming in, sir. But the bottom line is the interest on that 19,000 is about $90 a month. And I've got to cover at least the interest. So I'm looking at $100 a month payment. I got no way around that one. Because
Okay.
obviously I don't think you'll ever be able to pay this off, but it won't go up. Okay. And
Yes, sir.
that's the main thing going forward. So I'm looking, Ms. McCarty and Mr. Gott, I'm looking at approving your agreement. I'm going to release the entire amount of child support as requested by the mother. I'm going to go ahead and release what she can, allow the release of what she can as far as the cash medical is concerned. I'm going to reduce the remainder of the cash medical to the 19,000 and change that was requested by the state. And I'm gonna go ahead and order repayment of that at $100 a month, starting the first day of May going forward. And based on the fact, sir, that your only income is SSI, I'm going to look at, I will order no court costs that you don't have to pay any court costs. And of course, Ms. McCarty doesn't have to pay any court costs. Is there anything else?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I need to rule on specifically, Ms. Von Gatt?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, may Mr. Gott and Ms. McCarty be excused, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you both folks very much. Good luck. And Ms. McCarty, based on the income,
Thank you.
I usually have a joke going that for the next 30, this order becomes final in 30 days. So if he hits the lottery in the next 30 days, Ms. McCarty, come back in and we'll reinstate that money and get you the money.
All right.
No, Mr. McCarty, Mr. Gott, don't be playing any lottery. Okay. Well, $1, okay, only. All right.
Hey, I'd give it to her anyway.
I understood, sir, and the kids. So yeah, we're off the record. Thank you. And y'all free to
Thank
go.
you both.
Okay.
Are we done?
Yes, sir. You're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Does the $170,004.36 accurately reflect child support arrearage owed to Ms. Vu Johnson?
No, ma'am,
And why do you believe it does not accurately reflect child support arrears?
because I paid direct payments.
I am disputing all of that. I am
Okay.
disputing whatever. I'm sorry.
please
Is
don't
that,
interrupt.
does he have a lawyer? Does he have a lawyer? What is he contesting? Like, what is the actual amount that you're contesting, Doug? Because, whatever amount you're contesting does not pay back for the cars that we paid for, the housing that we put the kids in. So what exactly are you contesting?
You're asking me to suspend the law and make a ruling in this case, Ms. Hernandez. And I can't do that.